did the transition program do to help Nadia?
It got her work, and it also motivated her. It gave her the courage to be able to explore possibilities and avenues of different types of employment.
You think she wouldn't have done that on her own?
She would have, but it would have been a lot more difficult. When someone does it out of the family, you get a better response. That's what we needed, was someone out of the family, away from the family structure, showing the affection and understanding that she needed.
What about some tangible skills that you noticed Nadia learning?
Well, Nadia is learning to communicate better, understanding issues a lot better, manual dexterity in the form of succeeding in the various types of chores that she's doing in her workplace is improving. It's the building of the confidence within the person so that person knows that she can do it.
Where is she working now?
At a restaurant in Wimberley.
And what does she do there?
Actually, she makes biscuits. If they sell them, small packets of them for $5. She does the washing up, cleaning the table, serves customers. The serving of the customer is limited. It's got to be under supervision. Making the coffee, got to be under supervision. But washing up, using the machinery to wash up, got it down pat. She makes the biscuits, but she doesn't make the dough for the biscuits. Okay, so it's limited. It's improving.
How long ago did she get this job?
About 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. We've known the people there for a very long time. But Nova, on meeting them, have realised that the type of people they are, it's the type of people that they would wish all employers were. The people that they're working with understand the situation, and they actually said, we're going to concentrate on one thing with her. And they concentrated on the making of the biscuits, cutting them up the size and so forth. Yep. Then they concentrated on operating the washing machine.
Yep.
They'll slowly build it up. She's doing well.
Can you remember how she felt and how you felt at the time that she got the job?
Ecstatic. It was what Nadia needed. She needed to have the job to work. It was worth the effort getting her in there every week, 3 times a week.
And it sounds like it did take effort. In terms of motivating her or doing the logistics to get her?
Doing the logistics and helping with the motivation. They did a lot of the motivation.
Can you tell me what Nova's good at then?
If you need help, if you ring them, they'll call you back and talk to Nadia. If Nadia's upset over something, they'll sit on the phone and talk to her if she's upset. If she was upset when she was going into work, they'd make sure they're there. It's that type of interaction, it's that type of being there with her. And it was her personality, too, of the types of people that she's been dealing with. Understanding, passionate, quiet, honest and direct. All of those things which have helped.
So such good role modelling for Nadia too.
Yeah.
What does she enjoy most about her job at the restaurant?
Talking and joking. So basically she's saying it's an enjoyable environment. Yeah, if it's an enjoyable environment, it's a good learning environment.
What hours does she do there?
4 hours on a Wednesday, 4 hours on a Friday. That's what it stays at the moment. And as skills develop, then they'll look at her in it.
Can you give me an example of something that Nadia just couldn't do from the beginning of the transition experience?
Okay, hang on. Something that she couldn't do. Still not 100% for Nadia. Her answer to a situation is to defuse it by taking that person out or that issue out. And that could be physically, it could be aggressively, it could be verbally aggressive, it could be physically aggressive. Since she's been with Nova and the manner upon which they communicate with her, that's coming under control. I mean, dramatically. To an extent where she would not be able to understand what you're saying when she can't communicate properly. She's now able to back off a lot. And you're able to say, no, listen to this. And if she still can't get it because it locks in, if we ring Nova up, she'll get on the phone, hi Nadia, how you going? The circuit's broken. That mightn't sound like much, but what's happened is she's got someone or people other than us that she knows she can trust.
And now she can also trust her employer by the sound of it.
Getting her to trust people, that has been a massive step, massive. Even though we could have kept on for years saying, it's okay, don't worry about that. It's not going to happen. But when it's come now from outside, from people that she knows, that has been monumental in her development.
Well, that must make you pretty proud. What has the Nova staff or her employer said to you that's made you quite proud?
That she's achieving, that she's doing it. I spoke to Kay and I said, how is she holding her own in there? And she said, doing it. No, there's no problems. I'm only here for moral support at the moment. The woman down there who runs the place, who works with her, said to her that she actually makes the biscuits better than their chef. Now, I noticed they've got packets of them that she makes, they're selling them. Actually, they used to just give them away with the coffee. But so many people are asking for them, they now package them and sell them. And they're having trouble keeping up stock for $5.50. Huh?
Yeah, so that story is illustrating that she's absolutely holding her own. This isn't a charity case. This is someone who's gainfully employed. Did you believe that transition would be able to make a difference to Nadia, or were you just sort of giving it a bit of a go because you didn't know what else to do?
I used to teach, and I used to teach kids in construction, and I used to deal with a lot of kids from the special ed section that the other teachers even would refuse to have in their class. I would run classes just specially for them. So I had a bit of a background. So what I saw of Nova, about a year or so prior, Nadia going into it, maybe 2 years prior, I was of the opinion that, yes, that particular organisation would be able to help. And then after meeting with some of the staff members that were going to be involved with Nadia, I was of the opinion they were of the right calibre for what they were doing.
Is your life better now that Nadia's in work?
On a Wednesday, I've got to drive, about 30 kilometres to get her to where she's going, then come home, then go back down again, and then come home again. But on the other hand, it has improved our life because of the fact that Nadia is achieving. And as she's achieving, that's making us feel, I would say our life has improved in one direction, but in another direction, it's basically still the same. Because, see, Nadia's doctors put her down intellectually as an 8-year-old. She's 23. But you could be talking to a 23-year-old, you could be discussing politics with her, and she will give you a bloody good argument back why a certain policy shouldn't go in. 5 minutes later, she's sitting at the table with paper out, drawing around about a 6 to 8-year-old, colouring in. Half an hour later, you've got a 12-year-old talking to you. Up, down, like that all the time. Constant. I'm just quite happy the way she's going. They've put a spark in her eyes, a light in her eyes. We still have hiccups. We always will have hiccups. We hope that one day she can be self-sufficient, but it's going to be a long, long haul. I reckon we'll reach a stage where she'll be able to survive in a group, but not yet.